Hello, my name's Becky from Northern Star Tarot, and if you'd like to just take a moment, take some deep breaths in, close your eyes, take some meditative breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, and then just open your eyes, scan across these and see which one pulls you in, which one you're drawn to. I've just used my elemental stones to label them. So you can pick which deck that you are more drawn to, and in the description will be a link to the reading relating to those cards, or you can focus on these crystals in front as well. But this will be deck 1, deck 2, deck 3 and deck 4. Please enjoy your reading. Thank you. Okay, this is for Capricorns that chose the ones under the Earth stone, and maybe you have a lot of Earth in your chart. On top of being a Capricorn, which is quite earthy energy anyway. We've got Direction Guardian, choose your path. Broken Arrow, embrace the energy of peace. And Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. So to me already, this is carving a path for yourself. This is choosing what is good for you, and maybe against the wishes of those around you. And maybe that's something you're going to have to face in 2020. This is stepping outside of what your family traditions are, to me. And with peace being like embrace the energy of peace, being in the center, I feel like you may come into conflict over your decisions, but there's a way of handling it peacefully without, there's a way of handling conflicts basically without it causing too much upset. You can still keep your boundaries, but there's a way of saying, like, I disagree with you, without getting on the defensive, if you know what I mean. Right, I'm going to get some clarifiers anyway. What should we use for clarifiers? It's looking very earthy colours. I'm loving these tones. I'm going to go with the Wild Wood. There's Direction Guardian there. But we'll use different decks for each ones. Come on, you want to come out? 5 of Bows, empowerment. Wow, see? And we've got those earthy tones going on again. That is standing your ground, very much so. It's defending your actions, defending the choices that you've made, or the choices that you are going to make. The Page of Vessels, Otter. It's following your passions, it's following your heart and your dreams and aspirations. And it could, I mean, this could be a relationship sense of choosing someone that maybe your family don't agree with. The Shaman, this is like the Magician. There's so much potential for you in this, in choosing this path. And I think you know that already anyway. That's why you're choosing it, regardless of other people's opinions. Let's see what we get up for Broken Arrow. Oh, go with the Green Witch Tarot. Why is Broken Arrow there? Why is Broken Arrow there for Capricorn 2020? King of Chalices. Definitely a family. I feel it's keeping the peace with the family over this decision that you're making. 6 of Pentacles. I feel like someone's worried that this is going to make you worse off. See, this is the card of giving and having enough to give. But I feel like with this embracing peace, and especially with this being a card of abundance, there's so much abundance here. Like, not just emotional wealth, but there's a whole lot of like financial wealth and living a lavish lifestyle. So I don't know if, I mean, take that how it relates to yourself. But there's something about embracing peace because of this, and whether it is people are going to be a bit jealous because whatever you're stepping towards is going to make you better off financially, or that you're stepping away from this financial and breaking with tradition. Like I said, take it very much how it resonates for you in your circumstance. I'm going to use mucha for the elder. Where's the elder there? For Capricorn for 2020. Oh, we broke that one. Moving away from conflict. There's so much of a feeling here of family conflict. We've got the Six of Cups there. Oh, got that the wrong way. And the Hierophant, my favourite card, because it just keeps popping out everywhere this year. Well, this year being 2019, it looks like this is continuing. This is learning a lesson. It's definitely feeling like breaking away from tradition. This is doing something that other people didn't expect you to do. I'll put it in simple facts. This is getting a nose ring or a tattoo somewhere and your family being shocked at it. I'm getting that feeling of whatever this choice is that you're making and this destination that you're off to, it's causing or gonna cause a little bit of conflict with family. But this is you following your inner passions, and there's a sense of nostalgia to this of it's like something that you've kept buried for a long, long time, since childhood maybe. But I definitely feel like you're breaking away from some sort of family tradition. Right, let's see. I will get you a Power Thought card when I find them. Don't know where I've put them down now. These are Louise Hay's Power Thought cards. What does Capricorn need to focus on for the year of 2020? What will be the lesson that they will learn for the Earth? Oh, I've got two there. Let's give it a bit more shuffle. If it was meant to come out, it will come out. Oh, it looks like we're just getting two. Oh, no, there's four there. Oh, my word. Sorry, Capricorn. Louise Hayes not wanting to play ball today. There we go, that one's flipped. That'll do. All my relationships are harmonious. Well, look at that. When we create harmony in our own mind and heart, we will find it in our lives. The inner creates the outer, always. So this is going back to that, embrace the energy of peace. I think if you can deal with any sort of conflicts with a bit of positive energy, I think that's the best way of putting it. Because you still, you know, I'm not ever saying bow down to people or, you know, do something that you don't want to do. But just finding that way of saying and expressing yourself, but keeping the peace. Maybe instead of going on the attack with someone and their opinions, just putting your own feelings and your own opinions across from a position of compassion. Okay, hope that's been helpful. Please let me know in the comments. Okay, this is for Capricorns that chose the air pile or the second pile with the amethyst, the polished amethyst stone. Let's see, I mean, it could be that you've got a lot of air in your chart, or that you're thinking, you're in deep thought and mental, your mental capacity is open right now. Let's see, so we have got fertility, and this is not necessarily about fertility to have a baby, but it can also symbolise birth or pregnancy, but just in a period of growth. And to me, this feels like self-growth. This is a lot of inner growth. You can see the heart chakra is there. A lot of inward looking, and I kind of get the feeling that some of you had a really rough year last year, and this is going to be the year of growth and prosperity now. There's going to be obstacles and challenges in the way, but it's just about thinking creatively of how to get through them. And I feel like all this is going to lead to your throat chakra being opened, and that to me is having a voice. Your throat chakra obviously being related to your voice and that, but it can also be creative endeavours, so art, singing, songwriting, poetry. It's that sort of vibe, but to me it feels like you are in a period of self-growth, and I feel like healing from whatever was broken here, but you're feeling positive about it. There's a positivity, a sense of taking back your own power. And I think that's where this throat chakra comes in, of just finding your voice again. So I feel like for some of you, you may have gone through a breakup in the last year and you're still healing from that process. Let's get some clarifiers. I'm going to use the Shadowscape deck for fertility. There's fertility there for Capricorn for 2020. Oh, can't just give me one card now. I don't even know which way he's fell out there. Temperance. It's finding that inner balance. Wow, okay. Temperance, finding the inner balance between your inner world and your outer world. I feel like this is finding emotional balance. And the wheel's turning. You've ended whatever cycle that you've been through, and now you're starting a brand new cycle. And this is this is growing into your next phase. This is leveling up. We've got the Three of Cups there. I feel like for some of you, you're just starting to get back out there. You're just starting to socialise again and be around friends again. And you've got a loving support system there. Look at this, the Queen of Cups. I love the Queen of Cups in this deck. She just looks so free. The way she's just kind of gliding on water on the back of turtlebacks, as you do. But I feel like this is your energy coming through. Even though it's not your card. This is that emotional stability. And the Page of Wands as well. Look, this is that creative spark. This is just, there's so much creativity here. And maybe some of you have found or unlocked a hidden talent in yourself. And that's where you're heading this year. All right, let's see. I feel like some of you might have had a bit of an awakening. A bit of, I know what I want to do now, an aha moment. Obstacles and challenges. The Hermit. Treading carefully. I feel like you know where you want to go, but it's being a bit anxious about the road ahead. And that's like the Hermit travels slowly. He's always following his light, he's following his dreams, and he's still making progress. But it's just treading carefully so you can cross this. It's being aware of your steps. Let's throw it all out again. We've got the World coming out there and the Nine of Cups. Excellent. Like I said, very much the end of a cycle, and you've learned everything from the previous cycle. This is like I said, it's being on top of the world. Some of you may have graduated from a course, and now this is you stepping off into the next phase. Or you could have started a course. I'm getting a sense of education being in there as well. And it's you following your passions. It's going for something that you absolutely love. And from a relationship point of view, I would say this is being ready, or being ready to receive love and give love. There's so much like positivity emanating from this. It's making me feel like this wasn't the case before. Like you've had to work a lot to get to this place. Let's use Fenestra for throat chakra. Where's the throat chakra there? For Capricorn, who chose air. Oh, the Hierophant. He comes out everywhere. He has literally just been in the last one that I've just done. In the same place as well, the very end on the third card. I mean, this is all for Capricorn, so feel free to watch through the other ones. So we've got the Eight of Cups, which you're walking away from. We got the Nine of Cups there as well. But that's what you wanted. You wanted to go and find the thing that satisfies you. I'm definitely feeling that there's education involved here somewhere. Or for some of you, this is a religious experience, and I feel like some of you have gone through like an awakening of the soul. Like I said before, a bit of an epiphany. Don't know what we've got with these two cards here. We've got the Page of Swords and the King of Pentacles. I get the feeling this is somebody of inspiration, someone that's inspired you to go down this route. I mean, it's earth energy as well anyway, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It is of your energy. And the Page of Swords is, this is where I'm getting this student feel, I think. This is feeling like I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to go forward in this new direction. I don't know if it is a new direction though. It's more just a next step. You're taking the next step. This is going forward into the next step. But there's a whole lot of abundance here for this, a whole lot of opportunity here. Right, I'm going to get you a positive thought card courtesy of Louise Hay. Let's see what your message is for 2020. I had this out for the last one. I'll read it again. Clearly, it's a big message for Capricorn. All my relationships are harmonious. When we create harmony in our own minds and hearts, we will find it in our lives. The inner creates the outer, always. So that is whatever you're feeling on the inside, or whatever you're going through on the inside is going to be matched on the outside world. I'm going to take that one. I'll get you another one. All is well in my world. And I get that feeling with this anyway. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come. I am safe. Like I said, I very much feel like there was some stuff that happened here before this moment. And now that you're in this moment, you are riding high. So, well done. Hello Capricorns that chose the Fire Stone, or the quartz with the chakras on it. This is your reading. Let's see. We got Coming to Life, Flying, and Encouragement. So this is just such an amazingly positive year ahead for you. It looks like a long awaited dream is coming to you. It's starting to birth. This is like the beginning. This is going to be your year for flying. Yeah, literally. This is about like taking a different perspective on it, taking a higher perspective, and also just trusting in divine timing, that you can't rush it into existence. It's even though you're manifesting it and it's your dream, you've also got that support from the energies and from the universe that will guide you, and things will happen in their own time. And encouragement, this is your spirit and the energies around you giving you a nudge in the right direction. So listen to your intuition and see where that is guiding you. But very much it's showing that you are on the right course to reach your fullest potential. It's kind of similar to the last one that I read, actually. It's got a similar sort of vibe of just self-growth and maturity and coming into yourself, into your self-confidence. I mean, if you look, the way this is just flying above all the obstacles and stuff in the way, and I think there's going to be support for any obstacles that you face with whatever it is that you are wanting to put your energy into this year. So I'm going to use the Mucha deck for Coming to Life. Where's Coming to Life there? That was quick. What about Coming to Life? This is Judgment, Justice. Sorry. And this is just being balanced as well, I think. Just having a balanced view, and the Hangman, look at that. Taking a different perspective, kind of echoing that. Remaining balanced in your opinion and your judgment of things, so that you're not like being too emotional or being too pushy with it, too impatient with it. This is just taking that balanced approach and taking a look from a different perspective, holding back, and I suppose just being careful where you put your next foot with this. Oh, sorry. Let's change deck for the next one. Gonna go with Gilded Tarot. What's flying there for Capricorn? Oh, a bit of a dodgy card there. What's flying there for Capricorn? Oh, I hate it when it does that. I'll take all these one back. Right, okay. The Fool, taking a risk. This is very much like taking that leap of faith into the unknown. You're not sure how this is going to pan out, but you won't know until you try, until you put that foot on the path and walk towards it. But it's looking very profitable. It can be something that is going to be very profitable. Not necessarily, it's going to be very giving, so not necessarily just in a financial rewards. It could be rewards of earthly belongings. It could be something as simple as getting the house that you've always dreamed of, or the car, or having the kind of relationship that you've always wanted. But it's definitely going to start this year. It's with taking that risk and leaping into the unknown. I think you know anyway, you know what route to take with this. I kind of feel like there's a little bit of urgency, like I really want this to happen now, sort of thing. But just trust that things will happen in their own time. If you're putting the effort in and your mind is set on this, then it will happen, and not necessarily the way you imagine it. It can. The universe brings us what we need. And sometimes when we ask for what we want, I get a feeling there's a be careful what you wish for, because you'll get it. Just not necessarily the way that you imagine it. And the Page of Swords, this is showing that you've still got some things to learn about this. I feel like there's still some education or knowledge or things to learn to be able to reach your fullest potential, or for this to flourish. But look what you can achieve. And this is one of your cards, isn't it? It's an earth energy. I feel like this is your energy as well. This is being quite grounded and stable. And I love that that's coming up with the Fool, because the Fool's kind of the opposite energy. There's nothing stable about him at all, but he just takes a leap of faith. But the fact that you've got this backing that up, or more so that backing that up, I feel like that is pushing you into your highest potential and pushing you to where you want to be. What shall we use for encouragement? You know what? I'm going to use the Animal Tarot. Encouragement. Animal Wisdom it is. Why is encouragement there? Why is encouragement there? Seven of Branches. Okay, so Seven of Wands in the usual tarot. Five of Feathers and the Seer of Feathers. So Seer of Feathers is the same as the Page of Swords here. So there's that education coming through there. There's a sense of being defensive over what you've already built and how far you've already come. And maybe that is why you're needing that encouragement from the universe to nudge you in the right direction. And I feel like there's a fear of conflict, or maybe a conflict that you've experienced in the past that seems to be the only obstacle, the only thing that's standing in your way is that fear. And I feel like the universe is asking you to just check in of, are you coming from a place of fear? I think sometimes we've got to listen inside and say, right, is this a genuine concern, or am I afraid to lose something? Because I get that feeling that there's a fear of loss, a fear of something being lost if you go do this, if you go and build this. But you want to go do it. Your head's there. You're very focused on it. And this is the year to do it. All right, let's see. I will get a positive thought card from Louise Hay. Let's see, what should Capricorn who chose this focus on this year? What should be their mantra for them to manifest this new beginning? The past is over. Ooh, that's interesting. This is a new day, one that I have never lived before. I stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment. That is very much, it's like, oh, what's it called? Forgotten the name of it now. It's focusing on the now. It's staying with the now, not worrying too much about the past or the future. Why can't I think of the name of it? Oh, it's gone completely. I know it's an M word. Please tell me in the comments, because I can't remember for the life of me, and it's going to drive me nuts. Mindfulness, yay! I'm so glad I come up with that then. Otherwise, I imagine half of yous would have, because you know when someone says to you, what's that word? And then it instantly pops out of your head too, mindfulness. It's feeling very mindfulness. So I think that is the advice here, is to stay mindful, stay with the present moment, still keep dreaming your dreams, still keep pushing towards them, but don't get lost in the past or the future. You've got to stick with the now and don't listen to that voice of fear. Okay, please let me know how we get on in the comments and we'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, for the Capricorns that chose the water stone. You may have water in your chart, or you may have been drawn to this, which is blue striped agate. I think it's agate. Not fully sure. All right, I've already pre-shuffled these. I also introduced these wrong, sorry. I said they were the Divine Animals Oracle. They're actually Dreams of Gaia, and they're a new deck that I bought recently. So I've had a read through already. You actually got 2 cards that come out here. I've had a read through just to gauge the meanings a bit better, so I'll keep the book to hand just in case. But this is pretty much like finding a truce with somebody and being centered within yourself. And I've started with these 2 end ones because in the middle this feels very much like a couple, and I'm feeling this is more your energy, given that this is the water stone and this is essentially the Knight of Water, the counselor. And I feel like you may have been involved with a fire sign, possibly a Leo. We've got Leo the lion there under the King of Fire. It's interesting, you chose the water stone, but we've got 2 fire cards there. It's so far the dominant sort of energy there. Is a lot of fire coming through. This is feeling like a truce, like having to reach an understanding with this other person. And it doesn't have to be a relationship with a fire sign. It could be, because this is a leader, this is somebody who could be a team leader or a manager, but I feel like there's some emotional involvement there. But I feel like there's been some clash there between yous, between the 2 people. And I feel like there's a lot of emotional involvement here. So I am seeing it as a couple. Apologies if that doesn't resonate with you. I'm just going to read it as that because that is what is coming through. That's what I'm seeing in here. We've got the two third eyes open there. So I'm feeling that sort of sun and that connection, that soul connection, but it's feeling very much like opposites. Look, we've got the moon and the sun here, and the moon energy is all about listening to our intuition. And I mean, she's got a heart in the center of her head there, and I feel like you are very much heart-led, led by your heart and led by your emotions. And this person has maybe just got a bit of a fiery temper, which if they are a fire sign, I'm a fire sign, I'm Aries. So Aries, Sagittarius or Leo, it is feeling very much like a Leo, given that the Leo is there, Leo the lion. But this is just putting aside your differences. I love that these are all so different, look. We've got like a white knight and a black knight here, and it's that sort of working through your opposites, working through whatever it is that comes between yous, that is at your personality level, and learning to respect each other's differences. That comes with this as well as heaven and earth. This is finding that balance within yourself as well. I'm going to have a quick read to that one because it's gone out my mind completely, but I know there was definitely something there about respecting differences. Earth. There we go. Symbiotic relationships. Separation is an illusion. Center and align. And remember that you're a spiritual being in a physical body. And spirit dwells in nature. Experience life and learn from experience. The ordinary is magical and the magical is ordinary. So, like I said, this is having, to me, this is aligning yourself so that you can approach whatever it is, whatever this difficulty is. It's respecting the difference between between you and this other person. And like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be, I mean, I'm also getting that feeling for some of you. It could be a workplace scenario where there's a bit of friction and it's feeling like someone who is your complete opposite. They're a lot more kind of feisty, and I get the feeling that they just rub you up the wrong way. If it is a relationship, then it's just those little niggling things that you both get on each other's nerves about, but it's not really anything that can be changed. This is fundamentally who you are, and for that to work you need to respect that. In fact, I can leave them there while I do that. Let's see, let's go with Shadowscape. Check I've got them the right way. Why are you upside down? Anyway, let's see what comes out. Where's the Six of Wands there? Where's the Six of Wands there? Sorry about the noises outside. It is a weekend. I live in a busy city. It's actually been fairly quiet tonight. Any more? Yeah. Right, okay. Oh my word, I'm getting them all mixed up. Ten of Pentacles, King of Cups, Magician. Definitely feeling strong on the relationship side of things. And it might not even be a relationship you're in yet. It could be wanting a relationship with this person. But I feel like there's some fundamental differences between you. And that's not a bad thing. I think what the reading, the overall message I'm already getting from it is respecting each other's differences. And just, you know, forming a truce of that. So the Ten of Pentacles, I mean, this is like stability within yourself. It's stability in your home life, in your work life. I think there's quite a stable background that you're coming from there. And the Knight of Cups is chasing your passions. That's what's making me think that it is a relationship that you want to manifest. We've got the Magician there as well. I think whatever you are thinking and feeling inside is what is going to project outwards. So sometimes I think if something is annoying you about another person, you need to ask yourself what it is that's annoying you, like what it is about you that makes it annoying to you. And then I think from that you can try a different perspective on it. I'll give you for an instance on that. I hate it when my kids are making repetitive songs in the car. Now, it's not them purposely doing anything to annoy me, but it really, really annoys me, and any parent will testify to that. And like, I'd find myself occasionally snapping and being like, just stop it, just shut up, and silencing them. And then like, I remember one time I thought, you know what, I'm just going to join in with them. So I'd start making the same noises or same songs, and it was just doing that different approach that kind of changed my opinion on it. Or sometimes I'll say to them, can we just have a little bit of quiet until we get out the car, and then you can make all the noise you want. So I think it's respecting and keeping your own boundaries as well, respecting other people's differences. And if it's something that is annoying you on a work or a relationship sense, it's just having that conversation with them. Right, this is the Fountain Tarot. Where's the counselor? God, these took ages to come out. Nine of Wands and the Queen of Swords. I feel like this person's really niggling at you, and I don't know if you've spoke your truth yet, but it is right there on the tip of your tongue, and maybe that's why there's a need for a truce. Have you spoken? Have you already outspoken to this person of how they make you feel? I feel like there's been a bit of a sharp tongue involved there on your part. Flip it if it resonates the other way. But I feel like you may have said something and it's took the other person a bit by surprise. Are you messing? Don't want that many. King of Fire. Where's the King of Fire there? Oh, you coming over? Three of Swords. Yeah, I think you've definitely... Either you've upset them or they've upset you. They've triggered you. I feel like something reminds you of something they said, reminds you of something in the past, something that really hurt you, and it's triggered you a little. No. Come on, give me one more. I knew that was going to happen. I'm waiting for you to happen. Do you know what? I'm not even... Look, I've got the Lover's card there and the Ten of Cups that fell across there. Definitely feeling like some emotional entanglement with this person. And the Ten of Coins. This is feeling like someone that you have it all with, or you could have it all with. Like you could, I think together, if you work together, you could have an amazing thing. Not just emotionally, but I think you could build empires. I get that feeling with this, that, you know, you both bring to each other what the other is lacking. The Lover's card, it's hard to not see it as a relationship now, really, isn't it? Could still be a work relationship, and that could be, you know, just needing to find that compassion for that person. But I'm very much feeling like this is a relationship and it's a bit of a combative relationship. Let's have a look at this one. We'll use the Wildwood. There's Heaven and Earth there. We've got the Nine of Bows, which is the Nine of Wands, so same thing. And the Pole Star. Respect. So this is respecting your differences. I think them also respecting yours. And maybe it's a case of having that conversation about, you know, how you expect things to be and how they expect things to be. And finding some sort of way between that, where you can work between yourselves. And the Pole Star as well. This is that dream, that wish. And like I said, I feel like there's so much you can build together. I think once you bridge that gap between each other, that you'll be unstoppable. Right, let's see. I am going to get Louise Hay Power Thought card. It's just like a positive mantra for 2020. Have we got two? Yep, we've got two. I forgive myself and my income is constantly increasing. By the way, when it says income, it doesn't just mean financial income. That is like, it's just understanding that you always get what you put out. I begin now, today, to open myself to ever increasing prosperity. And I think that comes in well with the manifestation as well, that you can make of this what you will. I forgive myself. As I forgive myself, I leave behind all feelings of not being good enough, and I am free to love myself. And I get the feeling that there is a bit of self-love needed here, and keeping that boundary of what is important to you, and not giving, you know, not backing down on that. But I think with a simple conversation, as long as it's approached with compassion, that you can work through this with this person and go on to build amazing things.